Hello, Stropes here again. This week we are running a Cad Bane Tarkintown list, which was taken to 5th place in a 270 person event in Spain by Adrian Ruiz. One of the biggest Star Wars Unlimited tournaments ever. Quite a high placing, good job for this list. We don't usually see like a whole lot of Cad Bane Red in competitive events, so I thought it'd be important to kind of like showcase this deck. Plus, I mentioned in my last video, we ran Craig Bird's undefeated 1K Kylo Ren space deck, which was a kind of different approach to Kylo Ren aggro to Jacob Bao's list, which was really like he got 11th place day 2 in Gen Con with that list, but it's really kind of focused on the ground with hot shot blasters, Guavian antagonizers. You'll be familiar with some of these cards, the Boba Fett's, but it went with the Toro Calican line to untap him, so lots of bounty hunters in that list. But that list kind of ran out of steam. It was like a glass cannon list, and Bird's list ran a lot better, like had late game threats primarily through Sneak Attack and Ruthless Raiders and Xanadu Blood, which is a Cad Bane ship. We aren't running Xanadu Blood in this list, but I mentioned how like I wish that there was a kind of happy medium between those two, and that I would try and figure one out in a Kylo deck and then come back. But a few days later, this list was posted, and I really thought like this is actually probably the aggro kind of middle ground that you're looking for, because it has a lot of those low to the ground units. It's got the Greedos, it's got the antagonizers. It's even got a kind of Bazine McClunky line, which is good into Bosk, because you can pull, right, like their late game start, pull their vigilances, pull those kinds of things. But also, like if Boss tries to put his bounty on your stuff, you can use McClunky to bounce your own unit to your hand. Same thing with the waylays. So you've got like 5 main deck ways to bounce your own units, which kind of nerfs a lot of those like top target cards like that you're seeing in those Bosk blue builds, which are kind of popping up everywhere. But so it can put out like a lot of early game pressure. And Crafty Smugglers is always our good holders for upgrades like the blasters to get in like a fair amount of damage. It's also running, you don't always see this, but it's got 3 Surprise Strike plus 3 blasters. Oftentimes you'll see people trade between them depending on like whether it has more ground units or whether it's a toss-up. Then you might run Surprise Strike so that you guarantee a hit on your space unit. But this one runs both. So I think there may be like room in a build like this, especially depending on the meta, for more main deck aggro cards like Arm to the Teeth, because Crafty Smuggler holds Arm to the Teeth very well with his shield. But this has also got that, like I said, that space package. So you've got Punishing Ones, you've got the Starfighter, and you've got the Ruthless Raider. Again, I think like potentially there's an argument for Xanadu Blood here. The Ruthless Raider will deal 8 if you sneak attack it out. The Xanadu Blood only does 6, and of course that 2 damage matters, especially because this is like the last of your top end here. So you really want to get in like 8 versus 6 damage can be like a lot, right? A big difference. But Xanadu Blood allows you to bounce stuff like Bazine, so especially like into a control build where you're trying to like pull their key cards from their hand, and especially if it's like game 1 and they've got like 1 copy of their Relentless, 1 copy of their Devastator or something, you pull it on a key turn with Bazine, there's not a lot they can do. This deck is also tailored pretty well. We haven't seen like a whole lot of Han 2 as much as it was being talked about in the last few weeks. But Tarkintown is clearly kind of good into Han 2 because it allows you to deal damage to the damage units that they deploy. So it either forces them to play on curve, which really nullifies a lot of what Han does, or it allows you to kind of like pull out one of their key cards like at the right time. You've also main deck Daring Raids here, so it's got like a fair amount of really good answers into Han 2 also, which I think is another bonus to this list. The sideboard here, Gamorrean Guards, of course, for running into aggro, and against control you've got these Crate Dragons, which you can kind of slot in For stuff that you wouldn't be playing into control, probably something like a Cloud Rider, because you're not going to be ambushing the early units, but it kind of depends on the control build, right? Like whether it's a more mid-range control build like I did, or whether it's like a boss control build, because boss control, probably be running the Cloud Riders. But other than that, we will get into the games here in a second. Alright, looks like our first game here is against Alpha Cassian double red. Let's see here. We can go Cloud Rider into Punishing One, but we're starting. But we do have 4-Lom into Zuckuss. We got 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is a really good curve. +6 here on the Ruthless Raiders, so we are not going to mulligan. The hard part here, though, is we're going to have to resource both of those Raiders to keep our curve. But that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make right now just to have the first 4 rounds set up. Alright, we'll claim here. The Daring Raid got rid of our Cloud Rider. We can put another blaster out that way. We will use Punishing One. Okay, so Bo-Katan allows them to draw when she's defeated, but you've got to have 15 at least on the base. So here we will ambush out 4-Lom. We will not use Cad Bane's ability because it doesn't really make any sense to, because we're just going to kill Bo-Katan anyway. I'm gonna open fire. That's an interesting choice, because if they don't use Tarkintown on 4-Lom, then we get Zuckuss ambushed next turn. So we'll see if they decide to do that. Okay, they do, but now they've kind of like exhausted all of that. So we are either dropping like a Zuckuss on an empty board that way. Well, we could also do Jabba and Greedo. I think we'll do Jabba to dig at this point, since we do not have like any other stuff. Okay, so I got McClunky. Maybe we'll get the McClunky, although the sneak attack with the Zuckuss would probably be good. Okay, so we can McClunky for free and kill that A-Wing, which I think is what we'll do. We'll do Greedo. Nah. Although maybe we should have, in case they do something to buff this A-Wing somehow, but doesn't look like it. Okay, so this McClunky is free, and then we won't do that. Let's return. Well, we could do either. Maybe we'll return Jabba, to be honest, and try and pull some of these more tricks out of our sleeve. Okay, they got a Wild Rancor, 6/8 Overwhelm, and I think we will discard to Greedo so that we can damage that Rancor. We can do 3 more to it with that. We really don't kind of want to be running Cad Bane into it, but we might kind of be forced to if there's like nothing else we can really do. We'll lead with Jabba though, and we'll use Cad Bane's ability to ping him. Okay, we can get another McClunky. Okay, I think we will deploy Cad Bane. And this way, we should be able to... Let's see, that'd be 3... Okay, I think I'm just trying to math it out here, because we can do McClunky for free. And then pass, and then pass, and then we will use Cad Bane's ability to make them do 2. If they do 2 to Cassian, we can just kill Cassian with Cad Bane. If they do it to the Rancor, well, that's fine. So we will use Cad into Cassian. Then we McClunky for free Jabba doing the damage to the Rancor, and then Tarkintown to the Rancor, which leaves them with no board, which I think is the best thing to be doing against a double red aggro deck. Although it does look like they have a high top end with that Rancor. We'll just have to see. Okay, they've got Windu. Let's see here. Can we do 4 with like a hot shot? But that would be like into the man. Should we just drop a Zuckuss? Maybe we do just like this Jabba loop, I guess. I guess we'll get the other McClunky. Okay. Let's see, we can get Greedo out here. I think 2, and that'd be 5 with the Crafty Smuggler, which we can run into Mace, and then we McClunky for free. Get this Smuggler back to our hand, kill Mace Windu, play Crafty Smuggler again. These are the kind of shenanigans that I like fun to run in the deck, although we do need to win at some point. We can't just keep looping that kind of a thing. I am kind of disappointed we have not drawn into a second copy of 4-Alarm, but probably alright. Because now, I mean, we can Zuckuss plus Punishing One. Let's do, I mean, we could also equip Jabba with the Blaster on 4. Wait, that's on 3. So maybe we Blaster with Jabba. We can also do 5 with the Smuggler and the Surprise Strike. But I think let's get Zuckuss out to keep some damage out on them. We can use Cad Bane's ability there, since we're not going to be doing anything else anyway. We can also kill Bo-Katan at this point with that. Man, I wonder if we should claim here to use Zuckuss to kill Poe. Although, we could also Surprise Strike, kill Poe with Jabba. So, one of those two things. But I think we should claim. I don't think it's worth killing Bo-Katan at this point. And maybe we'll stop resourcing here. I think I will just Surprise Strike with Jabba onto the Poe. Seems like a better use of that, because then we still get Zuckuss around. I wonder what else are running top end. I'm assuming a crate. Which is kind of why I've got this waylay. Because we really do not have another answer to crate. There's a wrecker. See if they defeat their resource. Looks like it. Okay. So we'll Crafty Smuggler into Bo-Katan, keeping our unit. Man, I really don't think we can keep that wrecker around either. It's sort of annoying, but I think we've really got to just Zuckuss into it. Doesn't really feel super great having to do that with like every single thing, but there's not a lot to do about that. I mean, we can't leave a 7/6 Overwhelm out, so kind of stuck. But at least we're thinning our deck, I guess. And then we can pass there. There's the 4-Alarm. Okay. So we can hot shot. I wonder if we should be pressing damage though at this point. Maybe we 4-Alarm. That is a good thing, I think, into those Fighters for Freedom. Okay, there's Sabine. Maybe we hotshot Sabine. See what their last card is. Is Aggression. So we'll see what they do here. They can defeat our upgrades, and they can also deal 4 to a unit. I'm assuming maybe both of those. We can also draw, though. Okay. Kind of what I was expecting. Let's see what's in there. Okay, so we'll just hit. The sneak attack is also okay with like on the punishing one even or something, I guess. Just to get the damage out and then just drop another one or something. But we're pretty far away from like winning that way, so we could, I mean, but that's what it, right? Like we can sneak attack that out now, but let's just start hitting. Okay, let's do Jabba into Cassian. Looks like they smuggled him out, and then I think we're gonna Cloud Rider. So we're playing a little bit of control, but like kind of forced into that. Okay, so let's do a sneak attack, punishing one here into there. And then maybe we even waylay. Let's waylay. Actually, let's not. We'll pass. I was gonna say we could waylay Jabba or something, but I don't really think it's worth it at this point. Okay, so we got like 7 on them at this point, but that still just puts them right up to 15, which is about where we're at. Okay, so they've got their second aggression. So I guess we'll hit them while we can. It's finally ahead of them in damage for once in the game. Also like bounce this K2 to like keep it off so that they can't push that damage. I'm kind of actually thinking that's what I will do. Because we can't have a K2 hitting us. 4 alarms okay into K2. I guess it means that they can't at least hit us with it. Okay, we'll do this. We'll do this again. We will not use Cad Bane's ability. We do want to ambush though. Even like having another Zuckuss, like where are the rest of our Zuckusses? Like all of our 4 LOMs. 4 LOMs. Okay, let's just start pushing on the base. I don't think we've got, yeah, no more hot shots. Should put them at 18 now. And then we would be setting up to have 5, 9, 10, 11, 14 on board for next turn, which is plenty. So I think we have, we'll use Cad Bane's ability, I guess. Snuck ahead here at least, I think, because they'll have lethal on board now, plus with this Ruthless Raider, it should help us finally clinch this game. Okay, they used Heroic Sacrifice, the thematic, I guess, card. He's got K2 on it for that overwhelm, that little extra bit. We're going to hit them with our largest units first. Try and get this out in case there's some way that they can, we'll discard that. Oh, they got us for 2 because of forced surrender. Okay, but I think they're dead anyway, because no matter what they do, unless they can clear both this antagonizer and this smuggler, that forced surrender is very good. Very, very good. I'm always trying to find slide. Sometimes in my decks, almost makes the cut. I ran that a lot in early Han. Green in this set. It is a really great card, especially if you against control and your aggro and you need a way to like get their hand. But I think pillage generally is, you know, kind of better now, but it does allow you to draw, so there's a toss up. You can make an argument for either. Pillage works in decks where you're not trying to hit people though too. I don't know what they're waiting on specifically. If they don't take their action very quick, we might have to pause and see. Alright, looked like it froze on them. I guess I refreshed and we were good. So I'll just hit them there. That will be it. That will be the win. That was a fairly long game. But we eked it out there in the end. I mean, we were controlling the board a lot. I was kind of back and forth about that, right? Like whether we want to be pushing the damage. But based on the cards we were drawing, I really feel like all those McClunkies and the Jabbas, I mean, if we left their units out, I think they would have won because they would easily, especially with stuff like that, heroic sacrifice. I mean, they did get us to 20 anyway, even when we were getting their units. So if we had not been removing and bouncing their units, I think we just would have lost a lot quicker than we did, especially knowing like these daring raids are in there. I mean, you can really kind of sneak out a win with those too. So but that will be it for game number 1. All right, as luck would have it, we are going against another Tarkintown double red. This time Volcanic Tuna playing a Grand Inquisitor list. So this McClunky will help out here. We will not mulligan. But I don't think we need like the smuggler and all this other stuff too, though. We can Bazine McClunky and kind of get that loop on them, kind of mess with their hand. We'll do this. I mean, the sneak attack is fine, but not going to be relevant for a minute. So we'll resource that. Kind of depends on like what they do here, though. We'll do Bazine, and we'll see if we need to pull. Let's see. We will not use Cad Bane's ability. They've got a turn 1 gunship there. They've got this 5th brother for next turn and Kersantin for after that. So really, I'm going to pull their 5th brother to mess up their next turn at least. And then we will claim. Okay. Let's see here. I think we're going to resource that Zuckus. Okay, so we will start. We can either pull Bazine, do it all again, but I think we're just going to start hitting, depending on like what they play, because if they hit something with Grand Inquisitor, Cad Bane's ability is really nice into a lot of their units because they put like damage on stuff. So I'll probably kill Greedo with it. I guess I should have waited. But them's the break. Sometimes you mess up. I'm not gonna undo it or anything. I should have paid a little more attention to that. I do not see that gunship a whole lot. Okay, so we can McClunky Tarkintown, that punishing one. But let's see. Well, it kind of depends on if they like hit it. We'll play a Cloud Rider just so we got some damage out. Okay, they'll claim there. Another sneak attack. It's kind of not the things we're looking for exactly. At least Jabba makes McClunky's free because of his ability. And we might even be able to pull another one. So, and if we play Jabba and use Cad Bane's ability, we can just kill the punishing one with the McClunky right away anyway. So we'll do this, and we can pass, and we will do that. And yep, there's another McClunky, so free. Kind of depends on, again, though, like what else they do here. I don't think they can like kill Jabba with, like with aggression or anything, so. I think they're trying to untap, but I think they just clicked on damage maybe on accident on the punishing one. There they go. Okay, so we'll McClunky Bazine and kill that punishing one. And then we'll pass. I think both Grand Inquisitor and Cad Bane deploy on 6. Here's a Zuckus. Another kind of like pitfall to this kind of thing, though, is that if you don't draw 4 Lom, then you're kind of like playing out of turn. Okay, we can kill Toro. How much does he hit for? 2 to put him at 3. So we could kill him right now with Surprise Strike. But we could also bounce Jabba for free. Let's try and bait them into that again. Might as well use Cad Bane's ability. Because if they do hit him to untap, then we can just bounce. So we'll hit with Jabba, I think, just the base, and see what they do here. Because if they want to untap, we can just kill whatever that would be. Okay, so they're going to claim. So we can kill. It's just like whether it's worth it to like bounce, kill on like Bo-Katan. They got like 6 on board. We'll pass. I mean, we can always do it for free anyway. Okay, let's see here. Although it might be worth it to, because I have deploy this turn on a 3/6. That's Resource Bazine. If they get like a Fallen Lightsaber on either Toro or the Inquisitor, you know, it's just kind of, could be a little rough. Let's hit. I think we kind of like have to, although Zuckuss kills Grand Inquisitor is the problem. So maybe what we do is we Clinky for free. Oh man, is it gonna like make me okay? We want to do Cad Bane's ability afterward to guarantee the damage on Toro, which means we can also kill Toro with Tarkintown and keep Zuckuss around for the Grand Inquisitor. Okay, they're gonna guild target him, which is fine. Let's kill Toro. So we get like 3 damage to our base if they get that off, but sure. Chrysanthemum, yeah, because they're just gonna try and like attack us, and then I mean like we can just kill Chrysanthemum. I don't know though. Let's just deploy Cad Bane. So we'll get like some more damage off of this. Okay. Cad Bane can also kill the Grand Inquisitor. Let me see. Because that'd be 4, 5, 6. Let's do Jabba. Can we pull anything away, Lee? Okay. Sure. I think they're kind of in a little bit of a stuck spot. Maybe, like, I'm just trying to, like, bait it out, though. I can kill Chrysanthemum. And then we can oh, they Tarkintown. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Because then it's like, are they just going to play? I mean, like, maybe. I guess it doesn't matter if they hit us with, like, Grand Inquisitor for, like, 3. And they don't have any units that they're going to get out. Or, I mean, like, ready and stuff, so. Let's see here. No hot shots or anything either, which is something. These are just kind of... Okay, let's bounce Jabba. Kill Bo-Katan. Nope. Because we can still kill deployed Grand Inquisitor with Surprise Strike Cad Bane. So we're going to go with Jabba again. Of course, there are no tricks. Nope. And then, let's see, I guess we can always let Crafty Smuggler 2, but they can just like let us keep hitting them for like 4 and not deploy anything. So, okay. We can like waylay it, but let's just deal with it. Again, I mean, like they can deploy Grand Inquisitor, but it's on an empty board. Okay, this Hotshot Blaster also allows us to kill Grand Inquisitor right away. It kind of depends on like what their top end is. If they're on like Crate, we might be kind of in trouble. Let's do the Ruthless Raider. Because then we can do a Crafty Smuggler, and then 2 to that, which kills that, and then we can hit their base, and then they've claimed initiative again. So again, we're just going to be like out damaging them if they keep doing this. Especially now, we've got 8, 9, 10, we got 12 on board, which is actually like lethal on them, so. And that's not counting the Hotshot Smuggle. They can like ready that Jenga again, but like, let's see, Jenga does 3, so I think we Hotshot Cad into Jenga, so they don't have a play. Again, we don't want them like readying. Hitting, because that'd be 6, but that's like 9, which puts us at 23, so. Alright. Again, killing their units. So we'll still get 4 off on them. And then, let's see here, we can do, that's 6 versus 6, so might as well just play Zuckuss, I guess. And then we'll pass. Okay, they scooped there, it looks like. Yeah, I don't think that, like, we just completely controlled the board. There was, like, nothing they could do, even though, I mean, they're just like top decking and we just like keep removing their units. So a little weird to be playing like almost control into these lists, but just like the last game, if we leave their unit out, they ready it at the right time. They're basically doing double the damage that is printed on the card, whether that's 3, right? It turns all those 3s into 6s, with Fifth Brother even more because of like the raid. So like you kind of have to like remove them to win. So maybe not like a great showcase of how the deck like it plays into like every single matchup. I think that'll have to be time for today. I don't have like a lot more time to go into it. Hopefully in the next day or 2 I will pick it up again as I can. I've been kind of trying to get ready for PQs. I'm going to a PQ here in a few weeks, so I've been practicing with a specific deck for that. That I'm not really streaming, at least at this moment. So these are just kind of like practice matches, like meta matches, you know, to you know, you want to play again as the decks that you'll be facing sometimes. So this is my effort to kind of do that. But I thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I will see you later.